with Polygon Pythagoras. MetaMask, yeah, crypto cash. Yeah, I seen the metaverse through Metatope. My eyes a megaphone. Customize my empty skin to optimize my flesh and bone. Phase 1 evolution, revolution. Smart contracts inside your smartphone. Phase 1 evolution, revolution. Help me ET phone. Whole body markerless motion capture. The metaverse broken after the Metatope golden era. The whitelist still open. Hurry up, what you need? Golden chariot. Holy virgins that's holding cherubims, paving the road with fairy dust. Create the avatar of your wildest dreams, yeah, and use it inside your live stream. And all your metaverses, favorite games in widescreen. Metatope, visualize your digital ID.
All right, boys. The music is absolutely horrible today. It is not playing well. I'm going to skip on the music this time. Holy moly. I always try to play some great jams, and it's just like, I was like, Jesus, it's like going in and out. So we're going to go ahead and pass on that. What's going on? Thanks for everyone being here. Stop giving me the thumbs down. What is wrong with you guys? Jeez Louise, the haterade is real from Kitty and Ray's. Kitty, are you on the plane? Are you in LA yet? Well, let me go ahead and mute the other mic, and you can all get started with everybody here. All right, there we go. So, hope everyone's having a great start to their Thursday. Come on up, KB. Get up here. Let me add you up. Welcome, KB. How was your flight? Are you in LA? Are you seeing the snow?
You were echoing so bad just now.
Is it still echoing?
It's better now.
Well, thank you for giving me a heads up. Yeah, it is. Twitter Spaces are very hard to run. I mean, this is rocket science.
Sorry, I'm on the plane right now.
You did what? What'd you say, Kate?
I'm on the plane right now.
Oh, you are? How much longer do you have until you get to LA?
Welcome aboard Red Airlines Flight 314 to LAX.
Well, there you go. You are literally boarding. Yeah, I have the same distance.
5 hours and 20 minutes at an altitude of 30,000 feet. Weather conditions today are partly cloudy with temperature of 57 degrees Fahrenheit, 14 degrees Celsius. Your safety is very important to us. Please pause for a moment. Give your attention to the licensing out for a brief and improved safety demonstration. Your attention, please.
Seatbelts, please, KB.
Yeah, KB, please put your seatbelt on. Put your tray table up. No, no buying NFTs or selling NFTs while you're on this plane. You have to be very cognizant of the people around you. Are you middle seat? Or are you aisle or window?
A window all day, baby.
First class, coach class. Where are you at?
The window people are so annoying. They always make you like, can you please get up? Like I gotta, and then you gotta.
Yeah, I already have to go to the bathroom. I'm just trying to wait.
You're hilarious. Yeah, I love the ones like, I was drinking in the airport lobby for about 3 hours before my flight, and yeah, I got the window. I love to look outside, and it's like just blazing sun in your face as you get above the clouds, and you're. So I bought one of those pillow, like the neck pillow, sleeping the sleeping mask combo. Yeah, the neck pillow didn't make it pretty far, but I still got those. I still got those blackout things. So I pretty much start snoring if I can, just to get the party started on those airplanes. But yeah, I have that 5 hour, 20-minute flight tomorrow morning, bright and early. Super excited for that. Did you get a direct, or did you have to stop somewhere?
No, I got nonstop, but I'm flying from Miami, so I need to find out how to get Wi-Fi so I don't get rugged.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is probably about $15 a minute. Typically, that's I'm not sure which airline are you. Are you running Spirit, or did you go to normal
Spirit? Who do you think I am? I thought you thought higher of me than that, Spirit. I'd rather fly on the wing of an American outside than fucking fly Spirit.
I didn't know what they can get down there in Key West. I thought.
Yo, what the
It's
fuck? I'm
Miami.
flying
I mean,
Spirit. What's wrong with Spirit?
Three on each side of the aircraft.
Oh
oh,
my
see,
God.
see,
SPJ's flying
SPJ,
Spirit?
SPJ is what we call a poor one of one. He has a one of one, but he's very down bad and just poor, like house rich, right? He's one of one rich.
Oh no. Poor SPJ. Dude, you just can't go anywhere into any spaces I ever go in and actually get a compliment. It's you're down with the one of one. I mean, it's just you and your one of one hanging out, talking to each other. And be like, I know you love me, one of one. I love you, SPJ. See?
Yo, I've
It
tried
works.
different airlines. They're all equally bad, so I don't know what's wrong with Spirit. What's exceptionally wrong with Spirit? I don't know.
I think yeah, the seats feel like you're in a cockpit of like a drifting car with no cushion or recliners.
Oh my god.
I
Alicia
swear.
and Reyes with the thumbs down. What the fuck?
Normally. You should always put on your mask before helping others. Oxygen is flowing, even if the bag does not inflate. Life vests are located under, next to, or between your seat. For help locating them, see your safety card. To remove the vest, pull the tab or compartment handle to break the seal. If equipped with an elastic harness, remove the harness before opening the pouch. Take the vest out as shown on the safety card and put it over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach the buckle, and pull tight. Once outside, pull the tab to inflate your vest or blow into the red tube. In the water, a light on your vest will automatically illuminate. If necessary, an infant life vest will be distributed by a crew member. See your safety card for more details on how to use it. We will be dimming the
Well, we all are on the flight with KB to the outer edge. If you can't make it, at least you're on a imaginary flight. It's basically the same thing as an NFT. Both are non-existent. So, yeah. So we're here, guys. Welcome. Thanks for being here early. At 6 o'clock Eastern. We have an awesome show today. We'll let everyone trickle in. I know we got some of the friends over at DGen Tunes, and then we are going to talk to you guys about everything going on with the D Gods team for NFTLA Outer Edge, where we're hosting a party with them, sponsored by MetaWin at Members in Hollywood. It's going to be open bar. There's going to be belly dancers. I've been practicing my belly dancing just in case they don't do good. I'll be out there. We have a magician. He's going to do magic, in case no one knows what a magician is. And also we have fire show. I'm probably going to get lit on fire. So I'm going to bring 2 suits just in case one doesn't make it past that show. And I am super excited to go to the G-Gen Tunes party. I think is that the 22nd or the 21st, SBJ?
22nd.
Sweet. So I'll have one day in between to recover. And then we get over to that G-Gen Tunes event. That's going to be super excited. Maybe we'll get some alpha about that stuff. Super, never hurts to ask. But we're also going to talk about what's going on out there. Crazy. I had a good friend of mine in the money manager type of world, and he called me last night, and we spoke for about an hour about some, just it's kind of funny hearing somebody vent from that side versus us venting about our side of things to those guys, and just talking about crypto versus that. But the financial system was built on trust, and there's a lot of that trust has diminished this last week, and it's continuing to get a little bit chaotic in that world. So would love to hear thoughts on everybody from the speaker panel on what everyone thinks about in a high level. Obviously, none of us are financial advisors here, so, or maybe somebody is, but there will be no financial advice from the space. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. So if you do know stuff about that space and the finance world, feel free to come up and talk. But Cryptomedic, man, hands up. I'll get to introducing everybody here in a second, but go ahead with your question.
Oh, no. Yeah, not really a question. I was just going to say hi and welcome everybody. So glad to be here. I just wanted to say this week I officially retired my paramedic license after 25 years of service. I did it because I love Web3. Where else can I see 45 cents by 2 million USDC while my 1 billion ship goes to zero? I love this place. Let's go.
Yep. Might have to unretire that license if we go to zero. So make sure the thing is gassed up just in case. You might have to get back in the helicopter and save us all. But yeah,
Beat Spirit though.
it does beat Spirit. Poor SBJ. You know, I can't pick on him. I love the guy. I can't wait to see. You're gonna make it out this time, right, SBJ?
I am, but I'm flying in on 21st morning. But I'll be there till like the Sunday after.
Cool. Yeah, that's you're gonna miss my party, and that's who knows if you were invited in the first place.
Bro, I was asking
Just
everyone, what are
kidding,
the
bro. Just
events? When
kidding.
do I need to fly in? Nobody said anything. All I knew was the 22nd is the Tunes party, so I just, picked 21st as the day.
No, I understand, bro. I mean, this was so last minute. It was actually insane how it all just kind of lined up. And we'll get to the details on that. But let's get through the panel. Say hi to everybody. I'm just gonna go down the list to the right. Joel, man, good to have you up here. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, how you doing today?
Hey, brother, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Dude, it is sunny in Tampa, Florida, and I'm about to go to the cold, dreary LA landscape tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm gonna go for one last walk before we're stuck out there for a week.
Yeah, it's been raining for the past month in LA, which is pretty unusual to be honest with you. So I'm hoping it eases up for the following week.
Exactly. I kind of looked at the weather, which the iPhone weather is typically not the strongest indicator. It typically doesn't know anything, but it does show some decent, weather for some hoodies, some nice outer gear, and I assume most people, once they get inside to different actions and events and parties, people will be a little bit more comfortable. So I haven't actually been to LA when it's been cold. Typically, it's been like that dry, humid heat. But it's nice to get a balance. You don't get much of that here in Florida, so I'll go out there and suffer with everybody else. SBJ, you're next. Nice to meet you. First time in the space, SBJ. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us about yourself.
Hey, what's up? If you look at my bio, I'm a Tunes Maxi at heart. So in this space, that's mostly what I'm doing. I'm just, spreading the gospel of the tunes. But other than that, like in the Web2 space, I'm a project manager. I help in launching new products for air conditioning company, and just exploring Web3, trying to see where I fit in.
Fantastic, bro. I thought you were going to say you were spreading the gossip, and then I thought you said you were launching projects for something else. And I just was like, man, you actually are a decent fellow. I appreciate you stopping by today, man, and coming up here and hanging out with us. As we roll by, Mr. Prince, thank you. This Prince is a founder of DGen Tunes. I've been in the spaces. I've never had a chance to actually talk to you, so it's good to hear from you. And I am sad I won't be able to meet you out in LA.
What's up, man? How are you? How's everybody doing today?
Oh, I hear a little one in the background, bro. How old?
Not mine, actually.
Oh.
I'm at one of my daughters at my daughter's softball practice. She's got practice today, so I'm in dad mode right now. But passing by kids, but I'm good, man. I'm really sad that I'm not going to be in LA to meet you guys and to meet all the Tunes holders. I had a blast last year. But thanks for inviting me out to this space. It's the least we can do right now, I guess, to celebrate. Glad to be here, everybody.
Oh, dude. Thank you so much for being here. I tell this story that the DGen Tunes was my first collection that I was onboarded to. Mr. Diesel NFT himself in one of these spaces hooked me up with my tune. I've got a nice plain Jane. It's one of the most unrare ones possible, and that's the way I like it. So it was really cool. I never plan on selling it, and I think I've just grown to be closer and closer to a lot of tunes just from that space. Started it all out of one of Dharma's, and yeah, happy to have met a lot of friends. I could say Nurse, Monk, Scary Terry, SBJ himself. I mean, SBJ walked up to me and says, "Oh, you're Crypto Chris G? Oh, you're the one that's been fudding me on the spaces all the time, huh?" And I thought we were about to throw elbows.
Dude, you know what's amazing is all those names are so OG and that they're all still holders, and to know that everyone's still connected, that means the world, man. We're really like a family, and that's one of the greatest things that we've built out of this entire project is we went from strangers to friends to family, and I couldn't have asked for a better community that we have today.
Fantastic, man. I can't wait to hear whatever you guys want to share with us today. Obviously, you don't have to go above and beyond on what you guys are doing out for Cali, but if there's anything off the agenda that's been shown, we'll definitely touch base on that. As we roll down the list here, let's go to Mr. Jamie Hills. How you doing, Jamie? All right.
Yo, what's up, guys? How
Oh,
you
there he
doing?
is.
I didn't actually realize I had my hand up. I'm just tuning in to listen in. Yeah, I'm new to Metatope. I came in through CryptoMedic. Love the guy, and yeah, I'm just following along to learn some more and meet some new people, pretty much.
No, fantastic. Thanks for being here. Yeah, your hand
All
wasn't
good,
risen.
guys.
We're just kind of introducing the panel and stuff.
Oh,
So
sweet.
no worries.
It's actually like 9 a.m. I'm in bed scrolling through my phone and catching up on stuff. So it was quite a surprise to hear my name called out. I didn't realize.
Hey, Prince, I
But
just
yeah.
got your DM. I'm going to make you a co-host real quick, okay?
Beautiful, thank you. He texted me. He's like, "Can you get me on stage, please?"
I actually did, and that bumped up. I have myself co-hosted, and then I'll get you up here so we can add him and Walker as well. As we go down the list, let's go to Mr. Aaron from D Gods. What's up, Aaron, aka Sorcerer, aka Homie G? How you doing, bro?
Hey, GM man, GM, how you doing?
I am super excited to talk about what we're doing together out in LA, and thank you for being here. It's going to be an exciting time for not only gods but also for the DGen tunes. Both of us are doing some awesome stuff, and I think this is going to be a great way to kind of give some teasers about what's going on. So thanks for jumping in here. I know you guys had just launched your stuff about the BTC Ordinal, so I can understand this is a busy time for you.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, dude. I'm super pumped too. I feel like everyone here is gonna get some alpha on this space, so it should be a pretty good time. But yeah, man, it's pretty wild. But I don't know. Who cares about that stuff, dude? Let's talk about LA and stuff, man. That's the important thing.
Oh yeah, bro. Before we get into LA, let's get to Bader, and then we're gonna just do some current news, so that way we can really get into some nitty gritty details. I know everyone's wanting to find out more about the NFT LA / OuterEdge week. So without further ado, Mr. Bader, how you doing today? Oh, he's still a listener. Can we get? Did he try to come back up, or is it not letting him?
I tried to invite him again. I'm not sure what's going on.
Have him rejoin, and we'll have him. I'll either request or have him come up. Walker, are you available? I know you just got off a flight. Well, everyone's kind of in the travel mode right now. KB just came up. Walker is still in. Oh, he just texted me. He's in baggage claim. So, yeah, it's gonna. Everyone's either traveling or getting ready to travel. So yeah, let's jump in, guys. This has been quite an interesting week so far. I think throughout the weekend in our space, we are a little bit more in tune with what affects the prices of Bitcoin and different type of stuff in our world. And it seems like this week we've dealt with quite the roller coaster for the traditional Web2 financial system. I was curious. Let's start with you, Prince. How do you feel that this is going to affect our world? I mean, it seems like we had a very bearish first part of it, then Bitcoin pumped, and now people are almost considering that we might not see 20K again for a while. Do you feel like this type of momentum is going to come over to the NFT space?
I think it will, and I think we're kind of seeing that now. With the market that we're dealing with, and then also projects decisions, I think it's created like this catalyst of unexpected wave in the NFT space. I don't necessarily think the NFT space follows Bitcoin per se. I definitely think it has a huge influence because I think we see that with ETH, right? So when ETH is going up, sometimes for prices and projects tend to go down. But I do think the overall sentiment of the crypto space, like you said, pumped during this bank collapse, if you want to call it that. And I don't know. I think we're still riding the waves of a potential bullish outcome, but it's really hard to say. From my end, I know Bader has been involved in Bitcoin a lot longer than I am, so I'm sure he has some interesting views on this.
Yeah, go ahead, Bader. Love to hear what you have on this topic.
Oh, yeah. How's it going, everyone?
So, dude, thank you for being here.
No, of course. I'm excited to be here. I kind of lost the tail end of that question whenever I was being added up as a speaker. If you want to give me a little bit of the background real quick.
Yeah, sure. So basically, we're kind of talking about how the banks, everything between Friday to Monday, we knew that something was about to happen. They're basically announcing money printing, and it's going to come. They say it's not going to come from the tax dollars, but we it is. And I think that the momentum, people thought Bitcoin was going to be bearish, but all of a sudden Bitcoin shot up while the banks are all in struggle town. And I'm just curious, do you feel like we're going to see momentum of this of the Web3 world roll into the NFT side of things?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we will. For some odd reason, it's not really that odd, but whenever we see the price of crypto pumping, we see floor prices start going down. I think people start liquidating their positions. But also, we're in a really, really weird market that we haven't seen, I would say, more than maybe one time before, right? Where you have NFTs, you have crypto, you have all these things that are just, everything is out of whack than compared to like the traditional movement of the markets, especially with crypto, where you have these traditional 4-year cycles based on Bitcoin's halvening and all these kinds of things. I think we'll see movement based on creators and brands that are developing. I don't think necessarily it means, floor price movement to a crazy extent like we saw in 2021 or early 2022. But I think we'll see some movement. But I do still believe in the traditional cycle that we've been experiencing since 2010, of this typical 4-year cycle, where when crypto starts going up, there's going to be a new hype, uh, project that comes out or whatever it is that kind of sparks the Web3 space. Right now, I think what we've been recently seeing, especially over the last few days, not only with the banks but also with some major NFT brands that have been getting a lot of issues. I think we're seeing a lot of fear in the space traditionally, um, from what you would experience in a very, very strong bear market or a downturn of the market. But I have a lot of confidence in the space. I think creators that continue to build will see a great outcome, whether it's community based, kind of a positivity, not really relating to the price, the value of the NFT, but really just continuing to push for the project. We might see some brands flourish in this market, but there's a lot of uncertainty that we're seeing. It's tough. It's really tough to say. This is something that it's been really weird, and I've been studying the markets for quite some time, and this is something that I just haven't seen before, where these strategic ups and downs, and also now you throw in NFTs into the mix, which are, unfortunately, even though they're non-fungible tokens, they're looked at as very fungible concepts. I think we're seeing a twist that's pretty new, but I think we're going to experience some ups, but we'll see a pretty stagnant market over the next few months leading into 2024.
Cool, man. I appreciate that input from you. And I just got a text. Walker wanted me to, while he's trying to get everything, he said they're missing his bags and that all he has is my Lululemon shorts that he stole from me, and that's what he's going to wear all week. Just kidding. But he wanted to throw his input in. He thinks that this may be negative. Seeing the bailout is very inflationary and could cause the Fed to hold rates higher and longer and cause prolonged period of pain. Is that kind of what you were meaning in the sense that this could be prolonged into the next year?
Yeah, for sure. I think right now this concept of just continuously printing money is not going to end very well, especially with all the bank failures that we're seeing. Even with like recently with SVB, all we hear is this is not taxpayer money. This is whatever. If SVB did not get some sort of resolution, we would have seen a pretty heavy startup slash tech company collapse. And it's not even only tech companies. You have mom and pop shops that have their accounts there. It would have been pretty dramatic, but we're seeing it all around the world. I mean, it's just not in the media yet, to be honest. I've seen banks in countries all around the world that are collapsing. But I do think it's going to be pretty prolonged. Interest rates hikes, all these kinds of things that are happening are not a solution to the issue. I think us in the crypto and Web3 space are going to feel it. We're just going to feel it a little bit later than traditional banking would feel it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it seems like is it a coincidence that all three crypto friendly banks were first? Who knows, And I think that the financial system was built on trust and confidence, and the longer it takes, that confidence number, just like a presidency, tends to dwindle, and that's a scary thought about what has built before any of us were born, and where we're heading. Crypto Medic, what's your input?
Thanks, brother. Yeah, I love what everybody's saying here. I mean, we really need to look outside of this space and outside of the traditional numbers that we would be looking at. I think some of what gets lost in the conversations is the amount to which, especially in the United States, but I'm sure elsewhere as well, that people are in debt now. Many people of what I would call the masses, right, are leveraged up to the hilt with the inflation going out of control. They've been getting aid in some ways. A lot of that aid is ending. Eventually, someone's going to have to pay those bills, or they're going to default to those banks as well. So there's a lot pushing us towards. I don't think we're at that edge yet. I would agree with a lot of what the others are saying.
Fantastic, man. Yeah, it's uncharted territories. As Bader said, this is some stuff that hasn't been seen. It's not like you can read this off a TA chart. A lot of stuff that happens is affected by that real time notion. And I mean, our space moves so quickly. Like 15 minutes is a day. It can get really scary, especially if you take your eyes off something. I remember the few times that I learned how to put a stop loss on a trade. I mean, before that, yeah, liquidation was hitting me in different directions. So I made some learning adjustments, and I think that we're going to all have to at some point adapt to what this is. Does that mean floor prices around the board go down? Well, maybe floor prices shouldn't be as much importance to what we are in a bear cycle per se, and until we get into the next level of confidence from general public that we find new liquidity, we have to brace. And I think projects like DGods, projects like the Tunes, the communities are holding together and bracing for impact. And as long as you have that confidence and trust, it's not saying any of you guys are a financial system, but confidence and trust rules more than that. And and that's what I think you both companies here have positioned. I'm going to call you guys companies, even though some people refer themselves as projects. And that you guys are putting yourself in a position to make it through this entire thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think, and just to touch on that too, is I can't remember who it was. Someone on our team, I think it was Beta that originally had said it, was like, we wanted to start referring to ourselves as a brand rather than a project, because the term project seems to kind of always have an end to it. And that's not something we want to do. We want to always keep growing and keep building. So we refer to ourselves as a brand, as a company, as a business. I think that was one of the beautiful things that has, Bader's enlightened the team with, and something that could go out to the entire space.
Fantastic. So yeah, let's move into some other stuff here. I think a lot of us probably keep an eye on the dominance level, and I think Prince, you actually tweeted something earlier today about this. I mean, Bitcoin dominance is for it's front running. It seems like that is gaining a lot of steam. It's curious what your thoughts were. It's pretty much an open question here. for anybody that wants to chime in on Bitcoin dominance for maybe somebody in the audience that doesn't understand it.
I don't think it was me that sent out the tweet, to be honest. Like, like I said, Bitcoin is, I don't want to say fairly new, but I never really studied Bitcoin as much as I have, like with Ethereum and you know, the other coins that I got started with. But I'm sure, again, Vader is like the Bitcoin god in our realm, so I'll let him take an answer. I'm sure he has something to say.
Bro, don't hype me up like that. I'm not the Bitcoin god. I
Look,
read a lot. That's pretty
the
much
funny
it.
thing is I'm trying to convince Bader to do something on Bitcoin ordinals, and I didn't think I was going to have such a hard time, but you know, we're debating some stuff, and but yeah, we'll see what happens.
A little back and forth right here, bro. But yeah, no, honestly, I think, again, it's back to the cycle, right? Like, this is something that we see. If you separate crypto from NFTs, compare the, go back to 2017, 2018, it's the same cycle that we see. Bitcoin dominance will go up. A lot of people are heavily invested into Bitcoin because the confidence is there. They know what to expect in a sense. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed. They know what to expect. But then whenever you start seeing these bull runs really start taking control of the market, you see Bitcoin dominance go down pretty significantly. A lot of people jump into all these different altcoins. They'll jump into Ethereum, all over the place. So I think this is just part of the cycle. People really flock to Bitcoin pretty heavily. I'd say now Bitcoin and Ethereum um, as a trusted source uh, for the upcoming bull market. But again, this year I really feel like everything is very different than it usually is. So it's hard to even know what to expect.
Oh, that's fantastic. And, talking about how focus has been on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and I would say, thirdly would probably be like the Polygon ecosystem. I guess maybe it's just my way of thinking, but I've never been such a maxi into a specific direction, right? So, Aaron, my question to you is, with the, DGods is in the spotlight. I mean, a lot of things are changing for what you guys are doing, and I feel like I'm bullish on adaption and making decisions that might not be the easiest decision to make on the way that a company is moving. And I think I'm extremely excited to see, as you guys are moving your collections to Ethereum and Polygon, do you feel like this is going to start a trend, or like not a trend, but as now an announcement of Bitcoin ordinals, do you feel like people are going to follow what you guys are doing and kind of using you as a like the test, the guinea pig?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think it's hard to compare, a lot of projects to each other because, projects are so different. But I think generally speaking, it makes just a lot of sense to kind of proliferate your brand across chains. We talk about mass adoption all the time, but like we're all still so siloed in our different blockchain ecosystems to where there's so much room to grow already in Web3, where it's almost like maybe we focus on that a little bit. So yeah, I think I'm pretty pumped. I think most of the community is pretty pumped, and I think it's an interesting way to kind of expand your footprint without necessarily like breaking the rules. So we'll see how other projects do it in the future, but I'm 100% sure that most major projects will have some sort of cross-chain future.
Yeah, it also helps. I mean, interoperability probably isn't really, you can use different ways to be interoperable, but having a little bit of presence, I think, in multiple chains is going to really draw different crowds. I mean, moving into Polygon with Utes and Ethereum with DGods, it's allowing you to really get into different communities that are, more of a maxi type of view. And I just hope that word phases out over time, because really we're all in Web3 together, like you said, and it shouldn't be so chain, specific versus what can you do on something that complements and builds a better future for everybody. And sometimes it requires those type of decisions. So really excited to see what happens. I know you guys are probably like week or two out of maybe making. I think you guys are doing your Ethereum crossover at some point. So I'm really excited to watch that process and see how it all goes down. But yeah, let's jump into some fun stuff, guys. I know that both of the all three of our companies have something going on out in OuterEdge week, and this is the 1 year anniversary for the tunes. Congratulations! I mean, that is an accomplishment itself, making it a year in this industry, and continuing to. Thank you, medic. He retired from the helicopter, went to a soundboard. So yeah, it's awesome. I would love to give you guys an opportunity. I know that you have put out some information. I think there was a cool little piece of paper with some dates and some different activations that you're doing. I'm I'm obviously biased towards the party. I might miss the beach day personally. It seems like it might be cold for me. I'm Floridian. Let's not forget about that. So I would love to, if you want to share anything, what's available to share? Maybe maybe a little bit of alpha or teaser. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, listen. So the thing is, most of the time, whenever we do our events, it's usually just it's pretty much just one night, right? We'll do whether it was last year in LA, we did a one night event, which to be honest was almost right after our project sold out. NFTLA really didn't have any hype behind it, so we're kind of hesitant, and then all of a sudden it just went absolutely crazy. So we jumped in and we threw an event together in like 3 days. New York, thankfully, we had a lot more time to plan, so we had a crazy event in New York. Um, and then LA, this is our 1 year was February 22nd, so it just made more sense to kind of push it till the whole NFT LA timeframe where a lot of people are coming to town. And we decided to just do kind of a week full of things, whether it's the Femtunes brunch that's going on, beach days, karaoke nights, and obviously our LA event, which is going to be on the 22nd. And that's something that, we love our events, but really for us, it's like, I love to be in the middle of everything. I want to be with all of the people that believed in the project, that love the brand, that are involved with us every single day. And we've had people show up to pretty much everything that we do that, those faces are so recognizable, and they become true friends that it just makes sense to have these events because it brings a community closer. And we've tried to do it, all over the world. We've had them in LA, New York, Miami, Paris, Shanghai, Beijing, Singapore, Shenzhen. Like we've really thrown events or dinners all around the world to bring the community closer and really create this kind of feeling of just uh, not only community but family, which is kind of a weird thing to say, right? Like it's kind of tough to bring people together that don't know each other. That's really just a profile picture, and say like we're family now, right? But I'm very happy that our community's been able to kind of foster this type of relationship, and I think it's going to be a pretty cool time. For me, I'm pretty biased on our events that they're always a good time. I know a lot of other brands out there have amazing, amazing events. I mean, I was out there in Art Basel where we just went from event to event to event, and it was absolutely amazing just to see what these activations look like. Um, but I mean, it's gonna be a pretty cool week. I'm gonna kind of push you up to the top right there where that pinned tweet is. That's kind of what our schedule looks like. But I'm looking forward to the week, and then I'm also looking forward to what our next events are going to look like. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. That's kind of a big thing that the tunes look forward to is these events that we throw.
I just want to add into that the entire DJ Tunes team is super excited for Bader to come back to California. He's been overseas for a while with Joel as well. So we're going to be glad to have him back in California. It's going to make things a lot easier on us. I'm just messing with you, bro.
I can understand that feeling, man. I feel like at Metatope, like we're all scattered across like the U.S., but when we all get together, it just is it's good to have everyone in one place. I mean, we we spent like 12 plus hours, a couple days in a row in an office with a whiteboard till I really build out stuff. So I can imagine just getting that face to face, getting that hug in, and the smiles. It's refreshing, getting together, especially when you're not around each other like a traditional business would be. So that's cool. Everyone, check out the pin tweet at the top. That is the schedule for the GMGN classified information. I mean, there is even mutated goo on it. I mean, I don't know who got a hold of that thing. Luckily, it does. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. But yeah, I'm excited to see more details as they unravel about the 22nd. I've got that blocked off. I cannot wait out there. Like I said, see I mean, dude, you said it right. See the family that my Web3 family. In fact, I'm pretty sure my Web3 family is bigger than my Web2 friends right now. Nobody understands what the hell I'm talking about in Tampa half the time when I even say the words NFT. So we got a lot of work to do, but at least I get a little bit of being around people that I barely get to see a couple times a year. I'm actually more comfortable, because we have each other's language. It's alien technology to a lot of people, so we got to figure out better words. But yeah, as you guys unveil, that's going to be exciting. And we'll kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea of what Metatope and DGods is doing now. Mr. Aaron himself and I got together very last minute, kind of like you guys were talking about. And the stars aligned. The stars aligned very well for us. It's really cool that we are able to do a party at the members in Hollywood, Florida. Oh my God, Hollywood, California. And this venue is owned by a good friend of ours, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's going to be called A Night in Hollywood, and the used DGod holders will have their own line, and we'll have a non-holder line as well. This is going to be, open bar from 9 to 11, parties from 8 to 1. We're going to have belly dancers. We're going to have fire breathers. We're going to have magicians, and we're going to also have some really cool raffles. I'm not going to give away exactly what's happening with the raffles, but I'll tell you this: MetaWin.xyz is involved. My buddy Richard Skellhorn, who owns that, is in Dubai, but he graciously sponsored this for us and is going to provide us with a lot of opportunity to have to give back to the community of the DGods and Utes ecosystem. And we've got some really cool stuff in planned. I would say probably giving away between like I'll just keep it a secret, but really it's gonna be stuff that people, it could be a PFP, it could be a JPEG, it could be a bottle of wine, it could be anything, it could even be you might have to be the belly dancer if you win that prize, who knows. We're also celebrating Eden's birthday, Frank's other half. So we're super excited about that. Eden and I are both Pisces. I understand how important parties are to us, and being, catered and taken care of. So I might even, it's still my birthday month, so maybe I'll celebrate a little myself. But typically, that's for the women. So can't wait to do that stuff with Aaron. Aaron, do you want to pop anything in about the party?
I mean, God, I wish I was gonna be there. Unfortunately, I'm
I'm
not.
sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, the FOMO is real. No, it's super fun planning really awesome parties that I can't go to. Super excited about that. No, but honestly, I am really pumped because it looks really sick. The venue is really cool. And I mean, shout out for you guys. I appreciate you guys letting us in on this and co-hosting this with us. So I think everybody that's gonna go is probably gonna have a pretty good time. So shout out to them, and I hope someone does the worm. Maybe it goes as viral as last time. Maybe we can whip out a new dance move. I don't know, but let's keep the ball rolling on that.
No, for sure. Well, there's going to be a cool spot right in the middle on the Moroccan tile that was imported in from Morocco that somebody can, do a worm on, most likely. Super excited. Hopefully nobody hurts themselves, especially if we're all dressed up. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really good week. I think a lot of people need to get out and have some fun. I mean, it has been an absolutely stressful time as a builder and as a community member for different projects. I feel like everyone goes to Twitter for their FUD. So it's going to be fun to kind of just have people smiling and super excited to not only be a part of both of these communities myself, but also I just think that we are all one. You know, it's all Web3, and this is getting closer with different communities in the same area. You know, this is as of now, DGods and Utes are still on Solana. So like anybody from the Solana ecosystem, feel free to hit us up in the DMs. Anybody from the ETH ecosystem, where it's equal opportunity out here. So personally, I think that we're going to see a plethora of really happy people out in LA, especially during this week. And I cannot wait to be a part of not only both of these, but also some of the other events that are around. There's a event spreadsheet for anyone who doesn't know that you can go to from like the OuterEdge site, and a lot of those parties, excluding ones that are not like official partners like ours, and I think DGen Tunes is gonna not be on there, but you'll be able to have other ones that that are available to attend, so you don't have to be like a token holder for a lot of these things. And I think they even got Hasbula. So I went ahead and picked up like a $25 Hasbula NFT just in case I get to meet him. That's going to be one of the goals. Uh, probably not going to get to do that. He doesn't speak English, but we're still going to attempt. Anything else that you guys on the DGen Tune side are excited for this week?
We're really excited for just storytelling, and I know this is kind of outside of the NFTLA events that we've been talking about, but we've been doing some storytelling, and I think this is really important for all brands and projects across the board to do, especially in this market, right? To keep your community engaged, to keep them hyped up on even seeing something. With us and the way we do it, typically our storylines always lead to something else that we're going to be dropping, etc. And not all projects have to do that, but I think just giving something for your community to engage with, and just to see, to keep their spirits up, because man, this market it's shit, right? And it brings us all down every day or so. So I'm really excited for some of the storytelling that we're going to be doing. That's going to start tonight, actually. So if you haven't yet, make sure you got your post notifications on for the DGen Tunes account. I'm excited for that, and I know the rest of the team is as well.
Oh, fantastic, dude. I think storytelling is one of the most important parts of this ecosystem as a whole. I mean, that's something that I feel like we're putting a lot of effort into. And I love that you guys did a loft out in Paris. It kind of gave a little bit of a vision. It was really cool to see it in person. That's so different, like, staring at a monitor. And I just love the whole, I guess, like, because I used to do like project specialist work, like the whole role playing, it's a whole nother aspect, like kind of visioning yourself in the loft. And you guys have been pumping out a ton of stuff lately regarding the loft. And I know SBJ's talking about it like every time I talk to the guy. He's just loft. And I think is that are you guys including like stuff in the, I mean, I guess what you're available to show right now that's not gonna mess up tonight is the loft like part of that storytelling?
So yeah, I mean, the loft is really the home of the tunes now, essentially. And so it all comes back to the lofts. That's where your tunes are going to reside. That's where all the experiences will take place. And as we move forward in the story, Toonstown has this expansion, if you will, and you start exploring more parts of Toonstown. But the loft is crucial, especially for what you could say, the storyline that we're telling right now. The lofts are included, and people that tune into the Tune Talks kind of know what's coming in a sense, because we kind of dove into our 2023 vision, revealed like our little roadmap, and sometimes you can kind of put things together when you're looking at that and hearing information on the Tune Talk. So I think once people see it, they'll really understand what the story is. But yeah, I'm super excited for it.
I'm super excited too. I'm going to definitely tune in tonight. And I think because our, Metatope, we've been building technology. We're a tech company first. And I'm going to tell you guys now that I have the founders in the room, it's been a goal since day one of mine for us to bring these tunes to life. I'd like to, our tech's going to like embody, it's going to be allowing us to embody these avatar IPs like full body. And I want to dance in my tune one day. So this is something that I think we got to get together on once we get to a scalable side of our product, and I'm super excited if that's something that you guys could see a vision of people creating content as the tune, instead of it just being a picture.
Oh, absolutely. One of our main core beliefs is like you take on the embodiment of your tunes within our ecosystem. Uh, Mostly because our tunes have known to rep streetwear, fashion, and it just there's a relatability, right? And you can I don't know if it's people have joked all the time. We're not sure if it's the eyes or what it is, but there's like a deep connection with tunes, and you really feel like your tune is yourself, and so I would love to do that. And, I mean, we're working on something similar, probably not to the full extent that you're discussing, and I would love to talk and get our teams together to discuss that. But yeah, bringing the tunes to life is something that we wanted to do for a while. We're doing something on our own side, but yeah, let's chat.
For sure. To kind of give you an idea of where we've gotten so far, we're actually working with a good friend of ours, Crypto Anki. He's actually helping us build out the entire Utes collection. We're almost finished. So we're planning, I guess one teaser would be is one of our activations that we're really trying to get together with the short notice will be where if it's not our MT skin as a placeholder, we're going to try and bring something to life at the event for the Utes and DGODS community. So that's just the only alpha I'm going to drop here for that. But this is just the start. I mean, we have to create a collection as of now with how early this technology is, from essentially scratch to really make sure that polygons count, the polygon count works, and we're doing it from a mobile device versus a PC. So we're a little bit limited on what an iPhone's capabilities or a Samsung's capabilities are, but that's only going to get better over time. And if we get a head start on this, I mean, the technology will just progress with the phone progression. So really excited just to as we start as we continue to build out the Utes and go into further projects like Bored Apes that we've been working on as well. We're going to figure out a way or we have a way that we're going to do to make this thing scalable. It just, technology in this world is expected to move at a daily pace when really it can take months. And it's hard to, you don't want to make false promises to anybody because that can, that can be detrimental to how people take the project overall. So yeah, that's something exciting. And I think Aaron, on your side, what's exciting you? I know that you're not going to be there. So what outside of the OuterEdge event, what's exciting you about what you guys are doing over at DGODS?
Oh wow. Gosh, I feel like I could just pick something random out of a hat every day with the way that Frank moves. Um, but dude, I mean, honestly, everything's pretty exciting. Like this ordinal stuff is obviously really interesting. I think the first auction ends in like an hour or two. The current bid is like 33,000 dust. So shout out to whoever that is. But yeah, I mean, I think the ordinal stuff has been really fun personally. Super excited about New York. As you guys know, I've given you the alpha privately. Like, New York, I'm working a lot on that, so that should be pretty interesting. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm just pumped that like we're still having fun. Like the bear market is still in effect, and the bags are still down across the board. But we're still out here having fun. We're still out here, meeting each other, having fun, and going to events and connecting, and that's what it's all about, man. Like we get sappy all the time, but it's so true. Like everything we do is all in the purpose of achieving like more connections between community members. Because like if you can make a best friend, that's kind of the most elite utility. So pumped for all the best friends that have been made and are going to keep being made. Hopefully at LA and definitely at New York, baby.
Yes, sir. So I'm going to just refer to my friends now as utility when I see them. Hey, man, you're such good utility to me. Thank you for being, let's go get some lunch. So that's
Bro, dude, tell me I'm wrong though. Like friends are utility, bro. You got a friend with a truck? Tell me that's not utility. You got a friend with a boat? Tell me that's not utility.
dang, bro. You just blew my mind. I am no longer calling people friends. It's a done. Just kidding. That's going to be weird. Someone will be like, what the hell did you call me? They wouldn't know how to take it. But now you're 100% correct, man. I'm not sharing anything that you guys got going on for New York because you obviously trusted me with that information. So I can only say that it is going to be something spectacular. And I'm glad that you have more time to plan for that. And I know that you've been busting your ass getting that rolling. So I'm super excited because I will also make my way to New York to come check that out. But with LA, it's going to be really cool. I know that a lot of projects and companies are based in LA in our field. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of higher, like a lot of people from the community, and then a lot of people that maybe are a higher holder count come to LA and New York. Both locations are, pretty much on the other side of the country. So it allows for people to have pick and choose what's easier, and they fall within a month of each other. So I know that NFT Miami is in between. I'm not sure what you guys are doing. If anyone's doing anything for that, that seems to like kind of be right after LA. And I don't know if I have that in me. Typically, you need like a couple days to like reset after a lot of networking. So yeah, I think I'm excited for both, man. I think that New York will have maybe a larger presence, but I think that in LA we're gonna have a really high quality count of who actually comes out and wants to congregate about everything that's happening. And yeah, like you said the word fun, and I feel like a lot of us have a hard time saying that in this space lately. And I can't wait to have some fun, for real. So thank you for bringing that 3-letter word up. As we get down to the final little bit of our spaces here, I think I'd like to ask a question that I was kind of pondering. When it comes to like building a business plan versus a roadmap, what do you? Let's start with the tune side of things. Like, what do you guys as a business? What do you guys foresee? Like, where do you kind of see yourself? I know it's hard to say in this space, but like, where do you see yourself? Let's just go a year from now, because you guys have made it up the 1 year. What's year 2 look like?
Yeah, it's definitely hard to say. Hard to say in terms of how we can reflect the concepts we have to the community in a sense, without getting too deep into the concepts that we want to put out that we're kind of keeping under wraps. But we're really trying to jump into a few different aspects of the digital world. You know what I mean? We recently announced the closet, which is essentially digital fashion that you'll be able to apply to your tune. And those are claimable with the Tunes token, which at the moment is an off-chain token, but down the road it's going to become an on-chain token. But we're collaborating with a lot of amazing brands, whether it's traditional streetwear brands that we're familiar with in Southern California, or high fashion brands that are out of Italy, or whatever it is. We're trying to bridge that kind of connection between fashion and Web3, and this kind of a very natural shift that even some Web2 brands that are really not trying to get into Web3, or just trying to test the water in a sense. This is kind of the easiest point of action for them to just jump in and really see how Web3 is, and to build an organic community compared to just dropping some hype collection that really doesn't do too well. We're honestly, pretty focused on the gaming side of things. I think the Loft, Toonstown, things like that, they're an amazing proof of concept. And as we start to integrate a few different things relating to the closet, which is going to be an on-chain collection, or the Loft, which is the same thing, it's going to become an on-chain collection, or customizing your Loft with on-chain products, and even potentially integrating other NFT brands into our ecosystem to have access to some of these things that we're putting out. I think our main focus is just expanding the ecosystem. There's see, the thing is, when I ramble, I talk, and sometimes I talk too much on what I want to say, so I can't say it. But there's some cool drops that we're going to be doing over the next 30 to 60 days. And I think all of this is a big focus on building the ecosystem, increasing the holder count, bringing in more people that might not be familiar with the tunes or might not be able to enter at the current entry price, whatever it is, just to capture the attention of the Web3 space and people that are not into Web3 yet. But I can tell you without a doubt, we're really, really focused right now on the closet collection and the lofts, and we're focused on the future of what Web3 is going to look like in terms of potentially a gaming mechanism, media infrastructure, these types of things that are going to bring people in that are outside of the space, that might not be browsing OpenSea every day, or these existing marketplaces. They might be on YouTube scrolling and they see a Toons animated series, or they might be on some other platform where they would go on there and they shop for products and they'll see a Toons product. You know what I mean? Or even in the gaming ecosystem, whether it's mobile games or console games or PC games, whatever it is. We want to integrate in all these different aspects and collaborate with different brands to get the tunes in front of as many eyes as possible. Obviously, without diluting the brand and the brand value and the brand vision.
Sure. No, that's fantastic information. And like, it's not, I feel like you guys have gone in the proper direction. You created a wonderful, like, IP for people to get behind. Then you gave these a home with the lofts. And now you're creating an adventure through your storytelling and giving them options on where they can take their IP. So with, not getting you in trouble, I want to actually ask Joel a question. We can get him in trouble, right? So, on the partnership side of things, Joel, like, are you spending a lot of time like infiltrating Web2 companies and trying to get to the right person and talking about like this kind of stuff? Or what do you see yourself, like, what is partnerships with DJs, like, what do you spend most of your time on? Are you talking to Web2 3 companies? I'm sure both, but what do you see having a little bit more traction?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for you, I'm not one to spill much. Actually, my colleagues here, Beta and Prince, are much more loose when it comes to alpha. So should have directed that to them. You might have gotten more. But here's what I will say. With the closet being a concept that we initially thought of as an onboarding ramp for Web2 in a native way, obviously the focus there is Web2 apparel and lifestyle brands. We're not limiting ourselves to Web2 companies, but unfortunately, there's not many Web3 native fashion brands out there, right? But we see a huge advantage in building a authentic on ramp for these brands, so they don't have to go out and drop these 10,000 PFP collections that don't really go anywhere. Instead, they can work with us and have a branded wearable and have a much more authentic integration into Web3 communities. So yeah, I would say that for the closet specifically, the focus has been, I would say 90% Web2 brands. We do have some Web3 that we're discussing with. But the feedback has been great. I mean, that's why we went to Paris, right? Paris was, for us, a huge moment in announcing what the closet is and what it's going to become, and in securing and kind of opening up the door for these conversations with some of the brands that we've aspired to want to bring on board. And we were very successful in having a lot of conversations and meeting the right people at these brands. I think NFT Paris was the only Web3 conference that I've been to, at least, or I've seen of and heard of, that had this level of high caliber presence from the Web2 side of things. I mean, you had all the LVMH brands present, all the Karen Group brands present. You had countless large fashion and tech companies based out of Europe there. And you didn't have like some junior. You had people that have been in the companies for 5, 10, 15 years were executive at the highest level. My panel was with the CMO of Belmont, right? I mean, the C-level executive at one of the largest fashion houses in the world. So, that's the kind of caliber of people that were present and the ones that we got to connect with. And, some of those conversations are taken off quicker than others, but the interest is definitely there.
No, dude, I think I actually loved living vicariously through your guys' posts. You guys were dressed to the nines out there in Paris, showing what you guys were made of from the American fashion sense, and I think you guys did pretty well. Joel, you were crushing it, man, and I appreciate you taking time to explain that. It's always good to have a chat with you,
Man, did you see the turtleneck he had? That thing was so clean.
bro. That turtleneck
I
was
saw the turtleneck and I was
woo.
like, wow. I'm glad he's on our team, man. He's up there representing the tunes in that.
Prince, how did you keep the French ladies off him?
I didn't go, dude. I'm 0 for 2 in both of our events this year.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
that was my job.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
all
my
Bader.
job.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, yeah, that's Bader was your personal security, Joel. We get that. That makes sense.
Why do you think Bader lost his voice? He had to do a lot of screaming and just kind of getting people off me. So
Yeah, I actually did lose my voice in Paris, bro. That was messed up. It was the worst time, absolute worst time to lose my voice, but it happened.
Well, I say, for you guys, I own a GN hat. I have my white shirt with the DGen on it. I wore it to CNFT Con in Vegas on my way to Cali last time. Made a pit stop there to see if Cardano had a heartbeat, and people recognized me at the parties. It was actually a lot of fun. They were like, "You're part of the tunes." I'm like, yeah. And then next thing you know, that was when I ran into Monk and all those guys, and we just had a blast, man. We really, I think I had more fun with the tunes there than and no offense, I actually had a lot of fun with a lot of the Cardano people. Let's be real, they were with us as well, and I think a lot of the tunes also held Cardano. So I think that was it was an awesome trip. And I think that these, like you said, these in-person meetups and everything are so important to community projects where we're here for the long run, and some people leave projects and business in a company, and some people will replace them, and it's really exciting to see, and that's kind of why I asked that question about where you guys see yourself in a year. It's going to be exciting to be here, a part of that, whichever direction you guys take the business. And I think to follow up on the clothing side of things, I appreciate what D Gods does. They've been I like the black hoodies. I'm a pretty simple guy. I usually typically wear black, so it's like if I can throw a black hoodie on, it's a win-win. Aaron, are you guys gonna venture out into a different type of merchandise in the future for maybe like a D God color, like a cool red or something?
Yeah, I mean, probably. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna be doing some colored stuff for New York. But yeah, I
It's
mean, I think
orange, right?
we'll.
Is that like your thing? Is the orange, or is that just specifically for Bitcoin?
Orange is for Bitcoin, so blue is our color for New York.
You heard it
Um,
here first, ladies and gentlemen. Blue is the color. Blue is the color.
yeah, no, we are gonna have some pretty interesting merchandise items though. And actually, one of the things we're doing in New York is going to be open to the public. So anybody that's in New York actually can participate. So maybe you can pick up an item there. I don't know.
Yes, sir. I like participation awards, competition, stuff like that. Um, I'm excited to see if there's any competitiveness happening for anything you guys are doing. I'm sure we'll find out sooner than later. But yeah, I think it's been a great conversation, allowing both of the projects and slash companies up here to discuss some of the stuff that's happened, where they see themselves going, and I'm excited to be a part of both communities. And I hope that if anyone here has been thinking about getting involved with one of the either D Gods, Metatope, or DGen Tunes, like I think there's open arms, and everyone here is always willing to help you find your perfect asset per se. When it comes, I guess I'll start to finalize the space here. We touched base on everything that I wanted to go through, and I'll say that if anyone here hasn't gone to metawin.xyz and actually like checked out what they're doing, that is an absolute super cool raffle system. I'm gonna have a conversation with Richard about, let him know that the tunes can't come in force, and see what we can see if he's interested in maybe creating some tune raffles and stuff like that. I know that we're going to be doing something with him regarding the D Gods and Utes at the party in LA for the night in Hollywood. So that will be another drop of alpha that I just gave you. And yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Let's start with Aaron, man. Why don't you get some just some final thoughts on, and then we'll go to the Degen Tunes team and we'll close it out.
Yeah, just thanks for having me. Appreciate you guys. Excited for the event that I don't get to go to on Monday. Pumped to see you guys though in New York. And yeah, thanks so much. Also, I love what you guys do. These models and like the way that your app works. Like as soon as you hook me up with some access, I'm adding it to all of my calls. So I can't wait to just be my DGod on Google Meets. I feel like that's kind of a vibe. So I appreciate you guys for bringing me that utility as friends. Wink, wink. See what I did there?
Love it, bro. Love it. I mean, we might have to start with the one of one Ute first that you minted, you lucky dog. But we're working on it, man. We'll get there. It's this technology. Thank you. It's very difficult. Computer vision and inverse kinematics is it's not everyone has that skill set. Let's say that way. So building something that everyone will see value in from, and our goal really is to build all these collections together and create an interoperable system through, metaverses, Zoom meetings, content creation, and full body at a concert. There's going to be so many applications, and I would love to see you and your DGod, and I'd love to see the tunes. I mean, it's really cool stuff. So Mr. Prince Bader, Joel, whoever wants to jump in here.
Yeah, man, just thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it. I think it's great to have these joint kind of community spaces just to where we can get to know each other, share our visions, bring more people into it, and just talk about random shit too, right? It's been fun. And yeah, just thank you guys. And Aaron, same as you, I'm so thrilled that these guys are going to be enjoying a party that I don't get to attend. But yeah, hopefully next year I'll make it out there. I can't wait to see you all again. And who knows, maybe if they can hook us up, we can do some Google Meet calls as our tune soon. It'd be fun.
Yeah, well, I'll get with you guys in the DMs, and we'll set something up where we can at least show you the capabilities, and we can get started on a partnership at some degree. So it's with that first meeting, so we can just align, and we'll go from there. Bader, anything on your side?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to chatting with you guys more. I think the tech, the concept behind it is great. It'd be dope to be my tune in some of these conversations that I have. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, thank you for having us on the space. I really do love having Twitter spaces with people that can articulate some great questions and bring people together and have these kinds of moments together. So I appreciate that.
Awesome, man. And, a quick shout out to the crowd here. I know Watts is in the building. It's always good to see Watts hanging out. Shout out to Jordan, our CEO of Metatope, and Walker, who still is searching for my Lululemons that he was supposed to send me months ago that he took from last time we were in LA. And then I see Toast Punk, Mr. Toast Punk, Matt over there. Awesome dude. And I cannot forget Nurse Dharma and the Degen Tunes and the Killer Bears and everyone else who's hanging out in here. If you do want to see some of the the early alpha stages of our technology, Levin La Meta Loca is in the audience. He's been creating daily videos using the app in a very alpha state to kind of really create a vision of some really short, funny content. And I love it, man. He's been doing a great job, and I can't wait to as we progress with the app and get it more, that last, that last 10%, that's the hardest part, because you fix an arm, the hands break, you fix the neck, the arms break. It's a lot of it's a lot of back and forth in this type of technology for AR, but he's taken a really good opportunity to start building content. And if anyone here actually wants to become an alpha tester with us, we're about to do a desktop version where you'll be able to use your webcam or a laptop camera. Shoot me a DM, and we can see how we can get you access to that and be a part of our alpha test group. And yeah, thank you everyone for being here. It's been a fantastic hour with you guys. It's both companies are. It's just cool. It's cool to see Solana. It's cool to see Ethereum. It's cool to see future Polygon. And I hope that everyone can join together as this space rapidly evolves, and just to celebrate and have some fun every once in a while everything else burns around us. So without further ado, thank you guys. Have an awesome weekend, and look forward to connecting with anyone who's going to be in LA. Have a great night. And Tune Space later, right?
There's no space later, but we're dropping a storyline image tonight, so definitely make sure you got the notifications on for the official account.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. All right. We have notifications on for the tunes, the D Gods, the Metatope. Have a good night. See you guys later.
Yeah. Cyberpunk. Yeah. I mix my ETH with Polygon Pythagoras. MetaMask. Yeah. Crypto cash. Yeah, I seen the metaverse through Metatope, my eyes a megaphone. Customize my empty skin to optimize my flesh and bone. Phase 1, evolution, revolution. Smart contracts inside your smartphone. Phase 1, evolution, revolution. Help me ET's phone. Whole body markerless motion capture. The metaverse broken after the Metatope golden era. The whitelist still open. Hurry up, what you need, golden chariot. Holy virgins that's holding cherubims, paving the road with fairy dust. Create the avatar of your wildest dreams, yeah, and use it inside your live stream. And all your metaverses, favorite games in widescreen. Metatope, visualize your digital ID. I seen the metaverse through Metatope, my eyes a megaphone. Customize my empty skin to optimize my flesh and bone. Yeah, Metatope is your mirror to the metaverse. Yeah, I seen the metaverse through Metatope, my eyes a megaphone. Customize my empty skin to optimize my flesh and bone. Metatope.